In this video, we cover how to go over the shoulder press without getting hurt. One of the curious things about the barbell shoulder press and the shoulder press in general is that most people do it wrong. What we're going to do is kind of review the shoulder, but also how the shoulder interacts with the muscles of the scapula. With the muscles of the scapula, also known as the shoulder blade, we want to get them integrating them into the press a little bit more. So there's a couple ways to do that. We're going to review the actual full range of motion barbell shoulder press. In addition, we're also going to look at separating that range of motion and how that may be able to benefit you in terms of learning where you're strong and learning where you're weak. So what we're going to do with the shoulder press is go over the address. With the address, what we're going to do is use the knurling, okay, that's the etchings in the barbell, and to find a good grip where the elbows will remain underneath the wrists. With the elbows underneath the wrists, we're going to pick up the bar. Once it's picked up, elbows stay underneath the wrists, pelvis is tucked under neutral rib cage. You're going to breathe in, breathe out to press and finish. One of the expressions we use is that when you finish, the ears in between the elbows. Okay? The other expression is make the ear disappear. Okay? Some people, when they finish the motion, are going to finish it here. This is not a good thing, and will put a lot more pressure on the glenohumeral joint and on the AC joint. Okay? We want to avoid that at all costs. So, with that, that's the full range of motion barbell overhead press. In order to get better at the press though, we can identify a couple areas that people are usually weak. With that, one of them is at that bottom position. So to learn power and control stability from that bottom position, we're going to practice that bottom position. Okay? So from here, all you're going to do, address the bar like before. Okay? Elbows underneath the wrists, neutral pelvis, rib cage down. When you press, we're going to press to about 90 degrees. And then pull it back down. By pulling it back down, what we're reminding ourselves of is that the lats and the mid-back and the shoulder and the scapula all work together in pressing this guy overhead. And for a lot of people, they finish the overhead press and you really see a lot of this, where their shoulders coming up to their ear, and that's not a good thing. From the AC joint to the SC joint, the acromioclavicular joint to the sternoclavicular joint, there's not a lot of space. So all those muscles that round through here, and all that blood supply and that nerve supply, it gets pinched. That common phrase, impingement, is something we want to avoid at all costs. The second thing that we're going to use to strengthen that full range of motion overhead press is the other half of the bottom half. Okay, we're going to work on the top half. With the top half, okay, we're going to address it the same way. So get the elbows underneath the wrists, unrack it. Okay, rib cage down, pelvis tucked. We're going to start all the way up. Okay, from this position, rib cage down. We're going to pull it down and press it up. Pull it down, press it up. Notice we're going to 90 degrees, working on head position, elbow position, rib cage position, and last but not least, our position of the lats in order to contribute and have the lats contribute during that part of the range of motion. So when we put it all back together, what happens is you get a more well-rounded and a more integrative overhead press. A lot of people are just going to press from here, and the problem is that they're going to lose that stability in that shoulder joint at that top position. You'll see a lot of people doing this. Please don't do that for the sake of your joints and for the sake of utilizing more muscle during this motion. Just getting the movement done isn't the point of the movement. Doing the movement correctly is the point of the movement. For more from Coach Kev, stay tuned. Structure Personal Fitness, find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.